Hey guys, Dan here. So in this video, I want to cover some best practices for creatives using this document that was sent to me from TikTok. So this is pretty much in-feed video creative tips. So again, when doing your creatives, create with vertical video in mind to maximize the user and the brand experience. All video assets should look as native as possible in order to fit the ad space. Now, with that being said, I will tell you that we did test all three different formats for the videos on TikTok for the ads. We've done vertical, we've done a square, we've also done a rectangle image in the middle. All three have converted successfully and they've all brought in pretty good results. However, I would still highly recommend using the vertical format since it is native directly to TikTok. Using the other ones, you could definitely add captions and some of the black spacing that is obviously going to be there, and you can do that outside using other editors such as like Premiere, Camtasia, Final Cut Pro, things like that. Then you can definitely upload those. However, I still highly recommend using just the vertical format since that is most native and users on TikTok are going to be more familiar with that. Keep your video short. Videos under 15 seconds do well. Now they do mention on here the video must be under 15 seconds, but we recommend approximately under 10 to retain user attention. On the organic side, I do agree with that. On the ad side, 15 seconds seems to be a really good sweet spot, not only for lead generation, but also for e-commerce. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. 15 seconds is definitely the sweet spot. However, and I always like to mention a however, go ahead and always test different lengths of format, because one format might work better for your particular campaign, in your niche, in your space with your audience, than another one for somebody else. So always test different things out. Center creative. TikTok's app interface particularly obscures the outer edges of the video frame, which is true. Also, if you notice at the very bottom here, the lower third or lower probably not 2/3 because the video is about halfway here. So definitely like the lower third. Keep in mind, you do not want to have any kind of captions or anything like that, because that is going to be covered from the call to action, the account name, any kind of ad copy that you have on there as well. Any kind of captions that you add outside of TikTok, you don't want that to be covered from the ad itself, especially on the side over here. Okay. So kind of make a distinguishable frame and don't have anything on the outer edges or on the very bottom portion of your video. Think with sound. All TikTok videos automatically play with sound on, which is really cool. Something to keep in mind. And definitely no subtitles or captions are required for that. But sound does help. Use trending sounds, using trends, just things like that. And naturally, you can always, like I mentioned, go through the discover page through TikTok and see what works best. Start with a high impact visual. So that hook is going to be super important. Be aware that users can quickly swipe to the next video unless there's a clear hook for them to keep watching. Okay. The hook is going to be very important in order to increase and have that watch time be extended throughout the entire video, not just for your ads, guys, but also on the organic side as well. Be concise. Users may not finish watching the entire video, so be sure to include critical information within the caption and also at the very bottom of the ad copy. And again, I like to keep my ad copy within 44 characters in order to minimize those 3 dots that show up once you type that 45th character on your ad copy. And of course, your ad copy is only limited to 100 characters total. Leverage creators. User generated content, guys. UGC is super critical here. Whether or not the creators are TikTok exclusive, creator-led content generally outperforms any other type of assets. Please do not do commercialized content on here. And for the love of God, do not use any kind of GIFs or anything that is an image that just keeps looping by itself, because that is not going to work. Okay. Be sure also to include, any kind of user generated content, obviously in the first 2 seconds of your video, but in throughout the entire video itself. Okay. And of course, last but not least, include a very strong call to action. If you want your users to perform a specific action, encourage them to do so clearly and directly in the captions or through the native CTA call to action button that shows up here. Okay, guys, very good best practices here. I highly recommend you guys head over later on to the resources module, where you can definitely take a look at all the top SWOT files that we have downloaded for you guys and shared within this training program. There's going to be lots of different varieties. We want to include as many as we can just to help kind of pump that creative juices flowing in your brains and kind of help with that. There are some that I've personally created as well, especially for the local lead generation niches that we've worked in. Obviously, there are some that we personally cannot create, but I will share a few from clients of mine. I will share some that we've done as well. And of course, some that we have access to for top ad performing that we've been able to pull that I thought were very good examples. But of course, they are still very highly converting ads that performed well within the TikTok platform.